Hi! I'm Lucy. What's your name? Caleb. And we are going to make another video today.
Not a story.
A true story. So, if you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button now.
You have to hit it.
No, don't hit me. Hit the subscribe button.
Okay, hit the subscribe button.
The what button?
Subscribe button.
Yes. And click like if you like the video.
Yep.
Share with your friends.
Click.
I am not a button. So today I'm going to tell you, if we want to go live in another country, can we just go to that country and live there forever?
No.
Can Daddy just come to England and live in England?
Yes.
No, Daddy doesn't have an English passport. So Caleb, if we want to stay in another country and live in another country, you need to maybe study.
Really?
Have a really good education or have a very good job. So you can't just go there with nothing and then just live there. But this week, 2 men came to Taiwan and they had no money and no house and no plan. If we go to another country, how do we get there?
Use an aeroplane.
Use an aeroplane or,
A car.
well, we're on an island.
A bus.
Can a bus go over the ocean?
No, a
No.
boat.
A boat. So we can take a plane or a boat. And these 2 men came by boat. They came separately and they came on a small rubber boat.
Too small?
Like just a little rubber dinghy.
Is it like this?
Not
Small?
that small. But you know the boats that you can see when you go to the beach? You can play with?
Yeah.
Just
Like
the ones you pump up like Daddy's paddleboard.
Or like the ones you have to go the paddles on the boat and you have the round and then you can move.
That's right. Something like this. The first guy came and he said he bought that one off the internet and then he went across the ocean from China to Taiwan by himself.
Yeah.
How long do you think it took to go from China to Taiwan? How long?
100 million years.
100 million years? No. The first man came. He had a small motor on the back of his boat and it took him 11 hours to get to Taichung Harbour. And the second man who came, he went from a Chinese island to a Taiwanese island, Kinmen, and it took him around
20 hours.
13 hours. 13 hours of rowing a boat. Do you think you could do that? The man in Kinmen, when he arrived and they checked his boat, guess what was inside his boat?
Seaweed.
That would make sense. Not seaweed.
Fish.
No fish.
Robots.
Why would there be robots in his boat? Pork dumplings. His snacks. And you know what they did with the pork dumplings?
What?
Destroyed them. Because now you can't bring pork into Taiwan. Not by aeroplane, not by boat, not by little rubber dinghy. So they destroyed them. What would you take on your boat?
I would take a raw carrot.
A raw carrot? Why? Why would you take a raw carrot?
Because I can hit everyone with a raw carrot.
You can hit everyone with a raw carrot. Who are you going to see in the middle of the ocean? You're gonna hit the fish with a raw carrot.
I'm gonna hit the shark.
The sharks.
The shark and the squid and the whale with the raw camera hitting them.
Why? Why do you want to hit them? Don't hit me with a raw carrot. What's a squid ever done?
They put on my head.
The squid went on your head?
Yeah.
You're so silly. So this has been a really big thing on the news these days because the men have said they want to come to Taiwan because they want a better life. They want to get a good job.
And they do that the dumplings in their boat.
You just care about the dumplings, right? They want their freedom. They want to live in Taiwan and have a good life. Same like Mummy, right?
Oh, it's a bit.
That's why Mummy came to Taiwan too. Many people think of Taiwan as being a very free country. Because in Taiwan, we can say some things are good and some things are bad. Tell me, what do you think is good about Taiwan?
I like the playground. Yeah.
And what's bad?
Our plants are nearly dying.
Our plants are nearly dying. Because there's not enough water, right? Okay, so in Taiwan, we are free to say the things we like and the things that we don't like, the things that are good and the things that are bad, and that's okay. And some countries, you cannot.
What?
You cannot say the bad things like that. You've got to keep your mouth shut. You're not allowed to say the bad things. So they've come to Taiwan because they want the freedom. The freedom to say whatever they want or do what they like. Okay? But some people think that maybe they didn't come to Taiwan to live and get a better life. So some people think that they are secret spies.
Yeah.
And they've been sent by the Chinese army to see different ways to get into Taiwan and like where we have like gaps in our defense. What do you think?
I think they're secret spies.
You think they're secret spies? Is that what secret spies do? They turn into
gorillas.
They turn into gorillas? Huh? You're on a funny one today. Now the Taiwanese government need to decide what to do with these men. Do we send them back to China? Or do we let them live in Taiwan? Or put them in prison?
Why?
Because it's against the law just to travel to another country with no passport and no permission. So who knows, Caleb? Maybe next time we go snorkeling, we will see if you see a small rubber boat.
You put some dumplings in and roll them all the way back to China.
I was going to say it might be another person come to Taiwan, but you just care about sending those dumplings back. Do you want dumplings for lunch? Oh. Okay, so that's my story today. What have you got from this story?
Look, the dumplings.
Just the dumplings. All you remember from the whole story is the dumplings.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Secret spies eating dumplings at the beach. Sure. Okay, if you would like to press like, please press like, or you can
ring the bell.
Ring the bell. You can subscribe and share with
your friends,
your enemies,
and your enemies.
Okay, shall we say goodbye?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Let's go eat some dumplings. Good plan?
Good plan.
Love you.
Look at that.